Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 17th, 2023. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry you had to hear my brother yelling on his game. Sorry about that. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Monday Night Raw to talk about. We got a big anniversary show that will be happening next week on Raw 30. And there's going to be a lot of legends. And we heard that the Bloodline, some of the family members will be there to do something for Roman Reigns. So that means The Rock could show up and he says he doesn't like doing this. And then he challenges Roman Reigns to a match? Or he goes to the Royal Rumble? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the Royal Rumble, we got a championship match that got made at the Royal Rumble. And we got a return, a confirmed return that will be at the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that got injured near his boobie area, I forgot the name of what it actually called. Cody Rhodes, on his video package, part 3, just announced that he will be making his return at the Royal Rumble. So Cody Rhodes is in the Royal Rumble. It's been a while we've seen Cody Rhodes in the Royal Rumble. Let's see if he actually can do it. Let's see if he can win. There's rumors that he will win. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, then we got Bianca Belair will be defending her Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a big brawl between Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair in the audience. But ladies and gentlemen, we saw Bianca Belair was about to do the KOD onto chairs until Uncle Howdy was in one of these tunnels where the audience go through to get to the washrooms, to the snacks, to the merchandise, and get to their seats. And that's where Mr. Uncle Howdy was in his light. And he distracted Miss Bianca Belair for Miss Alexa Bliss to do a DDT onto the floor. So we do have a Raw Women's Championship match. And on Raw 30 next week, we will have 2 title matches. We have a main event to become the number 1 contender for the United States title for this week. Pretty decent match, guys. Pretty decent. And we will have the Raw Tag Team Championship match, Judgment Day versus the Usos. And ladies and gentlemen, guess who's getting the shot? Dominic Mysterio and Mr. Damian Priest. Guys, the beginning of the segments between the Bloodline, I want to slap Mr. Dominic Mysterio. I really do. Because he talked about that he was in prison again and blah, blah. I just spit all on myself. Blah, blah, blah. That he'd been in prison. He'd been in prison for a couple hours. And then Rhea Ripley got him out of there from bail. So, yeah, you've been in there for a couple hours. Yeah, there's some tough guys and strong guys. But I don't think you mess with those guys. I think you were scared of those guys. And then he said to the Usos that they're scared of the Judgment Day. Or it's not just the Bloodline never got into the face of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day never got in the face of Bloodline as well. So I don't know what you guys are trying to say. But now they are going to go to face, potentially hitting next week for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be some legends on Raw 30. We got Farouk will be in there. The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, the DX Army, Tatanka. Who knows who Tatanka is? I know, because I see him in the Ruthless Aggression era. He was in WWE still. Somehow. And he was at WrestleMania 32? 32? I think it was 32. The one that was in Dallas, Texas. WrestleMania 32, he was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's where I remember him. And I watched some old school WWE, so on the WWE Network. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that's happening with the creative and all that stuff. Triple H is still ahead of creative, but looks like Vince McMahon is trying to get his head into the creative stuff and trying to change things. Vince McMahon is getting really annoying. Really annoying. He's trying to ruin WWE again. If you want to people to buy your product, people need to love your product. People have to like it. They have to be getting views. If Vince McMahon is the one going to be in charge of everything, nobody is going to like it. So nobody's going to buy WWE. So there's no point of putting WWE on sale if Vince McMahon is going to be the chairman, the head of creative. If that happens, nobody's going to like the product. There's no point of selling the WWE if Vince McMahon is the boss of everything. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I hope Vince McMahon's watching the video because that's the truth. There's no point in selling the WWE. Because the companies that wants to buy WWE wants to get their franchise. They want to make the franchise go big, but if you lose your audience because of Vince McMahon, they're going to say, what the heck is the point of buying this thing? They don't have a franchise anymore because of Vince McMahon. Keep Triple H as the head of creative. Let him do whatever he needs to do. Bring people back. Make a good wrestling show. Let Triple H do that. Your dang daughter walked away. Now it's Triple H's turn to do what's good for business. Let him do it. Please. Now we got Monday Night Raw, and I told you guys the beginning of Monday Night Raw, the Bloodline and Judgment Day had their face-to-face, and then we had a brawl between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, and then Rhea Ripley and Solo had a stare down. Because Solo looks like he was about to hit her. He was trying to do the Samoan Spike. He showed his little thumb, but he didn't do anything because Ali just jumped out of nowhere off the turnbuckle onto Solo. To start the first match of Monday Night Raw, we got Mr. Solo will be versing Mustafa Ali in a match, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Solo. Ali was about to win the match. He got there so close because a little distraction of Kevin Owens because everybody thought Kevin Owens was knocked out because of what happened on SmackDown when he got crushed onto the announce table and Solo. But ladies and gentlemen, Ali lost to Mr. Solo. And then we got a whole bunch of brawls between Kevin Owens and the Bloodline. We saw Kevin Owens do a stunner onto Solo. There was a lot of things happening. And then we got the producers and the security guards. I guess the producers is security guards. Trying to stop Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been throwing chairs and whacked one of the Usos in the head with a chair. Oh boy. A lot of things happened there. But we know that there's going to be a contract signing this Friday on SmackDown between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. What's going to happen there? Then we had the Street Profits versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. I thought it was a pretty decent match. I think Triple H says these guys do something good. Because every time Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin was in a match, when Vince McMahon or John Laurinaitis, whoever it was, they had it created before Triple H, they make them as jobbers. Now they have an awesome match, man. That was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. And then here comes MVP, and ladies and gentlemen, at the end, we saw MVP distract the referee while the Street Profits had the upper hand, and then Cedric Alexander was trying to do a pin, and then the MVP distracted the referee again for Angelo Dawkins to pin Cedric Alexander, and the winner of that match was the Street Profits. Was MVP trying to help Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin? I don't know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. MVP told Elias that you will have a match against the winner of the 2023 Royal Rumble match. Elias thought MVP was talking about him, talking about MVP. MVP came out, he says, "You're not fighting me. I'm not going to be in the Royal Rumble match. This guy is." And his name was Omos. Omos finally made his return to Monday Night Raw and had a match with Elias. Elias had some upper hand, but the winner of that match was Omos. Then we had Judgment Day versus Alpha Academy. We had Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest. The winner of that match was Judgment Day. I kind of took a nap on this match because there was nothing really on the line. It's just momentum for Judgment Day for their match next week. I didn't care for the match. And then we have Mia Yim versus Io Sky. Well, Mia Yim had a friend with her, ladies and gentlemen. Bailey wasn't there because we heard some news for her and Becky Lynch next week. I will tell you guys after this match. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Yim versus Io Sky. Pretty decent match. Not bad. But the winner of that match was Mia Yim. But Candice LeRae was in the corner of Miss Mia Yim. Help Mia Yim to fight off Dakota Kai because she was doing the distraction. But at the end, Damage Control tried to attack Mia Yim at the end of the match. And then Candice LeRae and Mia Yim just beat up the tag team champions. We could have another tag team. Mia Yim and Candice LeRae to go for the tag team titles. I'm happy that they're making more tag teams. I'm happy. Ladies and gentlemen, why Bailey wasn't there is because next week on Raw 30, it will be Becky Lynch versus Bailey. One more match inside a steel cage. Wow. Speaking of steel cages, Wednesday Day we have a steel cage match for the NXT title. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Akira Tozawa wants to be part of the Royal Rumble, but Adam Pearce says you had to earn it. Wasn't there like 10 guys put themselves in the entry of the Royal Rumble match? From Raw and SmackDown? Why does Tozawa have to fight for it? I don't understand that. Seth Rollins put himself in the match. Austin Theory. Omos. Well, Omos did have a match, but I don't think it was for the Royal Rumble. I think Elias is still in the Royal Rumble match. But all these guys, like Baron Corbin, they all put themselves in the Royal Rumble had to qualify. Why does Tozawa have to qualify? Ladies and gentlemen, Tozawa went one-on-one with Bronson Reed. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this guy could do some good things in WWE. People think, oh, they brought him back. He's not going to do a lot of good things. He did the good things on New Japan Pro Wrestling or Impact Wrestling. If Triple H uses this guy very well, he was a monster in this match. Like, Akira Tozawa went flying. He did a shoulder block off the apron, and freaking Akira Tozawa's body twisted around like one time, and then the guy is knocked out. Like, seriously. And then he did a powerbomb first into the barricade, like right in his spine. Ugh. It's like what Kevin Owens does on the apron, but he just throws him into the barricade, and oh my god, it was disgusting, but really talented. The winner of that match was Bronson Reed, but I see Bronson Reed do something good things in WWE if Triple H uses Bronson Reed very well. And I think he will. I think Triple H will use some of these guys very well, if he can. Because I think most of the guys that got repackaged are doing a good job. Akira Tozawa, this match between Bronson Reed, yeah, he got destroyed because he's a smaller guy, but he did a good job of trying to have some upper hand in this match. Like, it wasn't a 3-minute match or a 2-minute match, a squash match. Akira Tozawa did some good things here. Like, he knocked Bronson Reed off his feet. He did a suicide dive onto Bronson Reed. I think Akira Tozawa, the last couple of matches this man had been awesome matches. Yeah, he'd been losing, but he had awesome matches. When he was the Ninja because of Vince McMahon, he wasn't really doing anything. He's winning 24/7 title, but those matches are never great matches. Those are just comedy matches. Triple H is actually making these guys look like a star. Sorry, Vince, but you're not making anyone like a star. You will make somebody a star if it's somebody that you like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. But Triple H is making everybody like a star. Like, all these matches that I've seen was pretty decent matches. The Judgment Day and Alpha Academy, I took a nap because I don't like commercials. And I get tired of them. Because it feels like it's the same commercial over and over again, and I had to watch that thing. I don't like that. But, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't because of the match. It was because it wasn't really mean anything for the Usos. It wasn't doing anything. It was just Judgment Day needs to win for momentum for their match for next week. Right? They had to look strong, and they did. So, yeah. We had a 6-way match to become the number one contender for the United States title to versus Austin Theory at Raw 30. And everybody was a former United States champion. We got Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Finn Balor. It was an awesome match. I really enjoyed this match. It was pretty decent. Everybody was all over the place. They were in the audience. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, buddy, in the audience. Everybody was doing great things. Miz was eliminated first. And then, I think it was Dolph Ziggler was next. And then, Finn Balor got eliminated. Then Baron Corbin. Then the last two was Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. Omos kind of helped Bobby Lashley. He threw Seth Rollins over the announce table. Some reason MVP and Omos came to the ring and Omos just threw Seth Rollins over the announce table. Seth Rollins wasn't eliminated, but and then Austin Theory hits Bobby Lashley with the United States title, but he still won and he's still going for the shot of the title. My stream froze, so I don't know what happened at the end. But I know that Bobby Lashley is the number one contender to the United States Championship. I thought it was a pretty decent show. I'm a little upset there's not a lot more returns, but I might have to wait a little bit. The Royal Rumble, there has to be a couple of returns at the Royal Rumble. On the men's Royal Rumble match or the women's. Have you noticed that only like 4 women declared to be in the Royal Rumble match? And like a whole bunch of men declared to be in the Royal Rumble match? I guess there's more guys than the women's. And there's going to be like Hall of Famers, legends. Oh, if you guys didn't know, the Bella Twins would be at Raw 32. Did anyone care? I didn't care. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if I didn't say rest in peace to Don West because he passed away, they did the 10 bell salute at Hard to Kill at Impact. Yes, I seen that that video. And it is upsetting. I remember watching TNA when Don West was the commentator with Mike Tenay. They were one of the great duos for indie wrestling commentary. If you guys had to say WWE commentary, was Jerry Lawler and Jerry Lawler and JR. I forgot JR. JR's on AEW. Technically, he's not really on AEW that very much. I think he's on Rampage. Isn't he on Rampage? He commentates on Rampage? I think so. I know he doesn't do Dynamite now. Taz replaced him. So if you guys have to say Impact Wrestling best commentary, because there was a couple of commentary that was there, like Matt Striker and D'Lo, Matt Striker and Josh Matthews, I believe. just like Tom and Matthew Riff Rolled. We got Josh Matthews and the Pope, D'Angelo guy. Who else they had? Madison Rain and Josh Matthews during the pandemic era. I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't know. Even when they had their first show in 2002. Was it 2002? I don't think it was 2003. It was 2002. I'm not really good at my I'm not really good at years, okay, guys. 2002 when they had this weird curly hair guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. But Don West and Mike Tenay was a great duo for the TNA's commentary team. The guy has a lot of energy. The guy, he's like JR with all the energy. Like, JR will go nuts when he sees something, just like Don West. And that's what people want to see. And he's amazing what he did, what he does. But like it was upsetting that we heard that he was sick and all that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, rest in peace to Don West. The guy did a great job as commentating. He commentated some big matches and some big wrestlers that was from WWE and that went to TNA, like Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash. All of those people. And ladies and gentlemen, rest in peace, Don West. That's all for me today. I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. That's all for me today. That is out. Bye.